Bernard, Blades, Beerbaum, Oakville Elementary School, and Oakville High School are receiving security vestibules. Our schools were designed at a point in time when we weren't as concerned about intruders or who was coming into the school. It's a different world than when our schools were created. And each school presents its own challenges, but there are many schools in our district, as were identified by the Facility Steering Committee, where you would walk into the school and not have immediate access to the office. So folks could be in the buildings for 30 yards before actually signing in and having contact with a secretary. Prop S will make sure that our secretaries and principals know who is coming into the building at all times. Construction is currently ongoing. Some of those schools will wrap up by the beginning of school. Other projects, like the projects at Beerbaum and Blades, will take longer because the scale of work is greater.
The big significant changes is that our new entrance will be down by the cafeteria, down by the gym, and they're making way for a all brand new office space and new security entrance, so that when you walk in, you come into a little enclosed area, and then it forces you to go in through the office, check in, and it's much more secure, highly visible. So definitely just huge changes that will just kind of it'll change everything about the front of the building and everything about entering the building in the safest way possible.
We've been working on demolition. It seems like we've been doing that all summer. It started with the interior walls coming down. We moved a lot of spaces. We had to move everybody out of the office. We had to move everybody out of the classrooms that we tore down. And today is kind of our big demolition day. We've been waiting for it all summer, and all the exterior walls have started to come down. Where the main entrance used to be, our families would walk in and you would kind of have to make a sharp right turn to find the office. And there were lots of other ways you could go. Our secretaries did a great job of making sure nobody went where they weren't supposed to, but by building this new secure vestibule, we're going to know where everybody is as they're coming into the building.
A lot of the restroom spaces that we have were original to the building. We are having all kinds of issues with some. There's been some plumbing issues. It's just outdated, very dark and dingy. The restrooms in the commons have both been gutted. They're in the process right now of putting tile into those. It looks great, much brighter than it was in there before, but it's going to look really good when it's done. The stadium restrooms are also getting a facelift. They're getting a workover. And then we also have two single stall restrooms that are going in right outside of 116.
The configuration of the parking lot previously was requiring our buses to go behind our campus, which did not make it easy to see all of the students as they got onto the bus and off the bus. And anytime that you impede that vision, that's a safety hazard for our students. That's one thing. Also, having traffic only be able to flow in front of the school one way and exit caused problems and backups on both the two side streets here.
So the work on the playground is important primarily for a safety reason. I never liked the fact that our cars were right up against the kids playing, and although our recess aides did a great job monitoring, just in the interest of safety, it's nice that we now have this separate barrier where we have the kids separated from the car. So that'll be a nice addition to our school.
Because there's so much ongoing work with Prop S, we know that this will create some inconveniences for our families as different schools have projects completed at different times. I want to thank everybody for their patience and remind you this will be a positive for our schools, and the investment of time and patience and community resources is well worth it.